following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
Last night, Joe Saunders was the perfect match for Dallas Creighton as they were locked in a great pitcher's duel until Godzilla came up in the sixth and went deep into Matsui land. That's all Joe needed to complete the deal. The Halos look to continue the fun tonight. A's and Angels next. An absolute perfect night for baseball here on Saturday in Anaheim. Game number 2 of this 3-game set between your Angels and the division rival, Oakland Athletics. Hi, everyone, from inside the Big A. I'm Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubicza. Glad you could join us here for Angels baseball. And as you saw last night, it was a lot of fun to watch Joe Saunders pick up career win number 50. But it all goes back to that 6th inning. It all started with an Eric Ibar bunt. You got the big hit by Kenji Morales. And then finally, Hideki Matsui swinging the bat, his first home run since April 22nd.
Yeah, Victor, it looked like he was swinging the bat well throughout that whole game. 3 good at bats. He had a single, a deep fly that was caught in center. This pitch on the inner half of the plate, he's been pulling off so many pitches of late. Gets Dallas Braden's breaking pitch and drives it out for that 3-run shot, which is a great sign for Matsui. He now has 2 home runs and 6 RBIs this season against Oakland. Hopefully that continues tonight.
Well, we talked about Joe Saunders picking up career win number 50, the complete game shutout. He was stellar, and as a matter of fact, you start looking at the numbers for the month of May, all of a sudden the Angel starter is very respectable after a very tough month of April.
Well, Victor, when you look at this club, it's built around their starting rotation. That top 5 guys, the guys that you expect to win every single game. The month of April, so many home runs allowed, 25 home runs allowed. Of course, the 13 games in May, only 5, the area is going down, and in particular, the last 7 games. So now it's up to Urban Santana to piggyback once again Joe Saunders. The last time Saunders went out and had a great game in Toronto, 8 innings, Santana backed it up with a complete game. So look for Urban to go out there and continue to pitch well. Last time out there, he had a little control problem middle part of the game, but then he turned it on through the ball exceptionally well. 4 games prior to that 1-0 mark in the year, under 3. Establish that fastball, establish the tempo, and throw strikes and be effective.
Urban bounces back or tries to bounce back after that start in Seattle. He'll be going up against Justin Dukeshire, who's coming off the disabled list for the Oakland Athletics. We're just about ready for some baseball. Bobby Abreu, Kendra Morales, and Godzilla himself ready to go. We've got lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels Baseball is brought to you by Howard's, official superstores of Angels Baseball. Nobody beats Howard's. By your Southern California Hyundai dealers. Want more MPG? Hyundai has it. With 7 models that get 30 miles per gallon or more, Hyundai is now the most fuel-efficient car maker in America. And by Shakey's Pizza. What did pitcher Doc Ellis wear in his hair on the field? Go to Shakey's.com/trivia. We're ready for game number 2 of this 3-game set between the Angels and the Oakland Athletics. And tonight's Angels game is presented in spectacular high definition by Time Warner Cable. The Angels have taken the field wearing their red jerseys. Urban Santana completing his warm-up tosses. We take a look at the lineup for Bob Garrett. The A's, I should say, making some moves before the ball game. Jack Cuss getting activated and called up. He's in the lineup with Quinton Pennington leading things off. Derek Barton's at first. Ryan Sweeney in right. Kevin Koosman off the cleanup man at third. Eric Chavez at DH. There's Jack Cuss, first game this season after getting sent down at the end of spring training. Adam Rosales at second base. Eric Patterson is out at center field. Tonight, the caboose is Landon Powell. Rounding out that starting 9. Facing Urban Santana, who last time out had good stuff in the early parts of the game. All of a sudden, a 2-out walk to King Griffey Jr., followed by another walk to Ryan Longerhands, and it kind of opened up the game for the Mariners.
That's the exact issue with Urban all the time. If there's an issue where he slows down his tempo, starts to think about too much, that's when the mistakes are made. But he's got outstanding stuff. That fastball is back to near velocity levels he had there in 06 and 07. Of course, he's got 10 career wins against Oakland, 10-2 with an ERA of just at 1.41. So look for him to throw up some zeros against this A's lineup, a team that a little bit more aggressive than we're accustomed to seeing out of Oakland.
Here's the Home Depot doing more on defense behind Urban Santana. Juan Rivera, Torrey Hunter, Bobby Abreu from left to right on the infield. Same as always. Wood, Ivar, Kendrick Morales from third to first. And Mike Napoli back behind the plate doing the catching.
Mike Napoli, his job right today is going to be not only calling the game, but also just working on that rhythm and tempo of Urban Santana. Try to keep him going quick. Don't let him have too much time in between pitches.
Terrific job by Mike Napoli last night. Both guys, both starters going complete games. Joe Saunders picking up his second win at his 50th of his career as the first pitch is in there for a strike. Dallas Braden, on the other hand, with a complete game himself. 8 innings in the losing effort, dropping his record to 4-3. Urban misses up and away, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Pennington at 244 with 3 home runs and 17 runs batted in. Now it's pulled down a right field line. Bobby Abreu is going to play this one. Nope, he's not. It's going to bounce into the seats, and it's a leadoff double for Pennington. I mentioned the move about Jack Cuss getting activated. Edward Ramirez, the right-handed reliever, was designated for assignment in order to make room for Cuss, who was not on the 40-man roster. And Santana's countermate on the mound tonight is supposed to be Justin Duchscherer. Now, we think it is still going to be Justin Duchscherer, although Tyler Ross, the big rookie right-hander, has been up and loosening in their bullpen. So there is a chance that he might be getting this start. Duchscherer coming off the disabled list today with that left hip strain.
Duchscherer with tremendous career marks, too, against the Angels, 6-0 mark. So we got 2 pitchers going against each other that have outstanding numbers against their opponents.
Derek Barton shows button, pulls one to the right side. Santana's got it, flips over to Kendrick Morales. The sacrifice works as Pennington moves to third. If you take a look at the Hyundai keys to the game on Urban Santana.
Well, the keys we always say is with tempo, but look at that ERA at 1.4 plus against the Oakland A's 10-2 mark. Ryan Sweeney, though, a lot of success, hitting over 500, 7 for 12 with a home run in that 7 hits. So the guy that has some power coming up in this situation now with a man on third, you have to establish that fastball inside against him.
So infield will come in now for the Angels with Pennington at third base. Ryan Sweeney, who did not play in last night's game, getting the start out in right field. We just learned that Justin Duchscherer is that pitches inside. Snap throw to third, but Pennington is back. Duchscherer has been scratched. It is Tyson Ross. I may have called him Tyler Ross because I miss my son who's out in New Jersey. It's not here yet.
Almost.
But Tyson Ross, the big right-hander, will get the start for the Oakland A's. Here's the 1-0. Check swing. He didn't matter. It's a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 1-1. And Sweeney wants to know if that pitch was a strike or if he had gone around. Phil Cuzzy calling the balls and strikes tonight. Missing in. 2-1. Sweeney at 296 on the year. A home run and 19 runs batted in. Another 2-1. Good pitch. Breaking ball down and in. Evens it down to 2-2.
Sweeney not only has good numbers against Irvin Santana, but great overall numbers. 348 in his career against the Angels, but he wasn't going to be able to hit that nasty slider down and in. That pitch, it looks like a fastball, then goes below the bat and down by the foot.
2-2. Jams him. Pennington's coming on contact. The throw comes home. Mike Napoli can't handle it. Pennington scores 1-0 Oakland. Not hit that hard. Kendrick making the decision early to come home. Short hop to throw to Napoli. Just could not come up with it cleanly. Otherwise, if he does, I think they get him because he had the plate block rather well.
It was a jam shot, too. He got that fastball inside. The thrown off balance on the run. One hops. Napoli's trying to be able to block the plate. Would have had him at home. See that short little tricky hop against Napoli. Honda Exmo shows the ball just got away, but had an opportunity to play at the plate.
So Sweeney reaches on the fielder's choice, picks up an RBI, his 20th of the year. Brings up Kevin Koosman off. Koosman off the third baseman. It's 264. A couple of home runs, 18 runs batted in as he swings through that fastball. He was 0 for 4 in last night's game. There's Joe Saunders. 9 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits allowed last night. Missing inside, and it's 1-1.
I asked Mike Butcher before the game about how he felt that Joe Saunders. Obviously, when you have 9 shutout innings, it's always going to be good. But he felt that his command of that first pitch in the strike zone was solid for him. He also liked to be able to see him at some point back up that sinker with the changeup more consistently. Joe Saunders had great rhythm last night. Good tempo, 2 strikes.
But instead of a fielder's choice on Ryan Sweeney, they're calling it an error on Howie Kendrick, and no RBI for Sweeney. As Koosman fouls one back, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Or, pardon me, an error on Mike Napoli. Ball's in the dirt, right?
I mean, always with the assumption is you don't know. He wasn't ringing him up, calling him out at that play. Anyhow, it's a fielder's choice, RBI, you would think.
One, two. Well, one hopper over to Kendrick. Feeds Ibar for one. Wheeler to first. Big-time double play. Nicely turned by the middle infield, but the A's strike first. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Angels trail it 1-0. Here, Oakland's up. Starting lineup for Mike Scioscia and the Angels come into this one with a 16-21 record and a chance to gain a game, a full game on the Texas Rangers who lost earlier today to the Toronto Blue Jays. Eric Ibar leading things off at short. Howie Kendrick at second. Bobby Abreu in right. Torres out in center with Kendry at first base. Hideki Matsuya's first home run in 19 games last night. Juan Rivera's in left. Mike Napoli's doing the catching, and Brandon Wood over at third base as we take a look at the strapping, tall right-hander, 6'6", 225-pounder Tyson Ross making his first major league start. We saw him in a relief appearance during that first week of the season here. He's got great stuff.
You got really good stuff in deceptive delivery. You got a fastball in 91 to 96, a good slider, and a changeup. His big swing and miss pitch is that slider.
Eric Ibar at 250 on the year with a home run, 5 runs batted in as he takes outside for ball 2. Going back to that first inning, there's been a scoring change. Instead of the error on Mike Napoli, they've given the error to Howie Kendrick and no RBI to Ryan Sweeney. Still, there should be no error whatsoever on that play. It should just be a straight fielder's choice and an RBI, but Kendrick gets charged with his 4th error of the year. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Down low. Pardon me. It's a strike because of delayed call. And it's 2-2. Justin Duxer's got an inflamed left hip. That's the problem that he had. Why he was on the disabled list. That's why he was scratched from tonight's start. As that pitch misses outside. His count is 4. As a matter of fact, that hip shut down Duxer's 2008 year. Eventually had elbow problems last year. And the hip problem popped up again this year. Going back to April 29th. This is at the Rogers Center in Toronto. That's when he came out.
This is a situation now when you go in and start the game with a guy out of your bullpen. I guess that's why Bob Guerin has 9 relievers down there for him.
Almost fouled off. Still a 3-ball, 2-strike count.
And of course, then you have a day game tomorrow. So they're probably going to have to think about maybe some type of a roster move again because if this bullpen's got a chance of being taxed by the end of this ball game.
Another 3-2. This one's on the ground to the right side. Rosales, the second baseman's got it. There's out number 1. As we take a look at the defense for the Oakland A's tonight, Jack Cust, newly called up, plays down in left field. Eric Patterson in center. Ryan Sweeney's in right. Koosman off in Pennington on the left side. Rosales and Barton on the right side with Landon Powell doing the catching.
Jack Cust playing out there in left field. Generally a guy that DHs a lot when he's in that lineup for Oakland. A little hustle for the baseball, but not a lot of range out there in left field, and they will challenge his arm strength also.
Howie Kendrick takes his stride. .281 on the year with a couple of home runs. He was 0 for 3 last night, was Howie. The breaking ball is in there. Tyson Ross, an Oakland native, 2nd round pick by the A's in 2008. Cal Berkeley.
The situation here with Tyson Ross was probably told before the game by Bob Guerin, Kurt Young, the pitching coach, there was a possibility this could happen. So to keep that mindset going, be prepared just in case, be the guy that ends up starting this ball game. Not the easiest thing in the world because the mentality of a guy out of the bullpen is just once you hear that phone ring, you get ready. But he had plenty of time to get ready tonight.
Well, he gets Kendrick here swinging for round number 2. Good breaking pitch, 2 outs. Brings up Bobby Abreu. Bobby's at 255 with 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Had a double last night, which was his 12th of the year. Came around to score. He'll take a strike on the inside corner. Lays off that one. And count evens at 1-1. Ross pitched in that last game in that opening week on April the 11th. He followed up Dallas Braden's 6 innings with 3 innings himself, giving up just 2 hits, 1 run, and striking out 2 in that game. That was a 9-4 A's win.
Well, you can see at that angle we're showing from our camera in left field, you can see how different this delivery is for Tyson Ross. The way he, almost like what you would see at a batting practice pitcher, that slinging action. It's all arm, all upper body.
Gonzalez to his right. Little Bob has got to get rid of it quickly, and Abreu is thrown out as the Angels go down in order here in the bottom of the first. 1 complete. A's have a 1-0 lead.
On grilled bread, the new grilled cheese bacon burger, only at Carl's Jr. starting at $2.49.
Top of the second, 1-0 A's. Eric Chavez leads things off by fouling off the first pitch from Irvin Santana. Chavez, the DH tonight, 247 on the year with a home run and 9 runs batted in. The A's have struggled offensively, although they got off to a very good start this year. Chavez takes strike 2. We're 9-4 to start the season. Spent some time at first place, but since that start, they've gone 9-14, and their offense has been virtually non-existent. Rajai Davis, who got off to a terrific start, all of a sudden has calmed down and back down to reality a little bit. That's what forced the issue of bringing Jack Cust up. Of course, Chavez has not hit, even though he's been healthy, he's not hit to his potential as he goes down swimming. Here in the early going, Irvin Santana's got that breaking ball, and left-handers working nicely.
Well, I think when you, of course, we'll check out our FoxSportsWest.com poll question first. How many wins will Joe Saunders have in his Major League Baseball career? I think he's going to go 51 to 100 range, 101 to 150, or 151 plus for Joe Saunders. Way through last night. If he stays healthy, you got a shot at that 151 plus.
No doubt. Log on to FoxSportsWest.com. Cast your ballot. We'll have some updated results a little bit later on. Jack Cust steps to the plate. Skies went out to deep right. Abreu's back. With the ribbon of sunshine right across his face, makes the catch, and there's out number 2.
You see Jack Cust swinging early in the count too often. He's looking for that fastball. You mentioned that slider so far Irvin Santana has had. It's been really sharp down and in the lefties. So he was looking to see if he could get a fastball early in the count, and he turned on it but unable to get it out of here.
So 2 quick outs for Santana, who threw just 14 pitches in that first inning. Here's Adam Rosales, who showed some patience at the plate last night. He was 0 for 2, but threw 2 walks. Santana following
in the footsteps of Joe Saunders last night with first pitch strikes, 6 of 7 as Gonzalez puts one out to left field, and Juan Rivera down it to 1-2-3. Yeah, I think Santana matches what Ross did in the bottom of the first. Into the bottom of the second. Angels down 1-0. Hunter set the lead, takes off here in the bottom of the second with the Angels down 1-0. Cliff Pennington had a double, ground rule double to start this ball game off. Was sacrificed over to third base and scored on the fielder's choice error. Tyson Ross, a 1-2-3 inning in that first inning, picking up a strikeout. Torrey on the year, 273. 4 home runs, 20 runs batted in. 0 for 4 in last night's game as he slices this one foul. All right, just watch Tyson Ross pitch. It literally is all upper body.
And the surprising thing, the way he throws, you would think right-handers would have a difficult task against him. Right-handers hitting 313 as compared to 250 for lefties. See that slinging action.
This one out to center field. Patterson comes in a couple of steps, makes the catch. There's out number 1. Angel fans, it's Angels Garden Gnome night. And on Tuesday, May 25th, all fans in attendance will receive a free Angels Garden Gnome courtesy of Kaiser Permanente. Tickets are going fast for the stadium exclusive giveaway. So visit angelsbaseball.com to purchase your tickets today. It's a good looking little guy. And do you think there are times that that little man right there wishes that he had a garden to put human statues in?
Probably often.
Think about it.
That's not the actual size right there, though.
Morales went around. There's no balls and 2 strikes.
So humans in his garden? It's good. It's a good idea. Good thought.
I think he's got family members strewn about. Turnabout is fair play, right? Morales fouling one off the left.
A little Forrest there behind him, standing out there in center field. Are you willing to volunteer?
Absolutely. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The gnome wants me to stand in his garden. I will partake in that fantasy, if only for an hour.
I don't blame you.
1-2 inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 from Ross. A little ground ball to short. Pennington's got it. 2 outs.
Now it's time for Coors Light Cold Hard Blast. Matsui gets a little break and pits it in here, but goes Monster Mash for the best play in baseball, the 3-run Jimmy Jack. Matsui going deep, his second dinger of the year against Oakland. That was our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast.
Well, it was nice to see him get that home run. First since April the 22nd, his 5th of the year. Now with 18 runs batted in as he takes down low for ball 1. Of course, also had that base hit. The 5th inning of that game. And in his first AB last night, that second inning, hit that ball hard out to center field.
That was a good swing, too, from Matsui. Maybe he's getting locked back in again. You know, when he was going through that slump, his front hit was opening up. He was trying to keep his hands back in that strike zone, but unable to do so. With a lot of weak ground balls at second base.
Takes a strike on the inside corner. And it is 1-2. One thing for sure is that Tyson Ross does not waste a whole lot of time. He gets the baseball back on the mound. Gets a sign and goes. And Matsui goes down swinging. Now at 93 miles an hour. 6 up, 6 down for Tyson Ross. He's got a 1-0 lead. Innings, we start the top of the 3rd. 8-9-1 due up for the Athletics. Patterson, Powell, and Pennington. A lot of kids in the house. Great crowd. Still filtering in to the Big A. Patterson getting to start out in center field. Comes in batting .231 with 3 home runs and 7 runs batted in. Ahead of the count at 2-0. Big swing, big fly ball to deep right field. Abreu at the warning track, and this one is gone. Patterson with a home run, a solo shot. 4th of the year, makes it 2-0 A's.
A guy not known to have a ton of power now. His 4th home run of the season. When you're behind in the count like that, you're looking for a fastball, and you get it in your spot. 4-seam fastball because you want to be able to throw that for a strike on the inner half, about belt high. Drives it out to right field.
This one out to right field for a base hit. Landed Powell, who was hitless in last night's game, is on board now for Cliff Pennington. Just the 23rd home run hit by the Oakland A's on the season. And it's the 9th home run allowed by Irvin Santana. batting average against the Angels starter, 265. Right-handers hitting 297. And breaking pitch is down and in for ball one. Foul down the left field line. Pennington 1 for 1, had that double in the first inning, his 6th of the year. Came around to score the first run. One pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Well, that slider's been very good for Urban Santana. The pitch has been hit hard, has been the fastball located middle in. We're able to turn on that fastball.
Got him. Good breaking pitch. Down goes Pennington. There's out number one. Second punch out for Santana. That'll bring up Derek Barton.
It's a very good pitch again from Urban, coming in the inner half of that slider. Not much of a break to it. That's a true slider at 85 miles an hour. Hitter recognizes, thinks fastball, and then that little tilt on that pitch gets that swing and miss.
No official at bat for Barton, who had to sacrifice bunt in the first inning. 0 for 4 in last night's game, while batting in the 3-hole. Moves up to the 2 spot tonight for Bob Guerin. A's coming into this one with an 18-18 mark. They've lost their last 3 in a row. Like we said, Rangers getting shut out night after a 16-10 game last night at the Rogers Center. Toronto shutting out Texas 6-0. Thus giving the Angels an opportunity to pick up that full game as Barton fouls one straight back. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now he's set up here to be able to throw that slider down and in again, see if he can get another swing and miss. Very effective pitch if you start on the inside corner to end up the back leg of a left-handed batter. Come inside with the 2-seam fastball.
Just missed in, 2-2. And for their struggles offensively, the A's have hit right-handers much better than they have left-handers. Oakland with a 263 batting average against right-handers, 214 against lefties, and we saw that last night against Joe Saunders. 2-2. Trying to get him to chase that breaking pitch, and it's a full count.
Martin's got a good eye. You mentioned him, how many walks he had in spring training carried into the season. That was a pretty tough pitch, especially after the preceding pitch was a fastball, just missed the inside corner, came in with that slider inside corner, and then down and in, and fished for it.
Landon Powell doesn't run that well. He's at first base. Does not go. And he lays off of that when he draws the walk. First walk issued by Santana, puts 2 on with 1 away, and Ryan Sweeney coming up as we take a look at our Farmers Insurance True Stories of the game. On this day back in 1973, Nolan Ryan records his first no-hitter at Royal Stadium, first of 7 no-hitters in his career, Major League Baseball record. That was Royal Stadium back then. It'll always be Royal Stadium. It's Amos Otis flying out to end that ball game. Ryan had 12 strikeouts.
It's amazing. 7 no-hitters.
One out. It's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Nolan's number 30.
What do you have, about 11 or 12 one-hitters also?
Yep. He got big bad John Mayberry 3 times in that game.
Did he? Yeah, had a few punch-outs in his career too, Nolan Ryan. Pretty good pitcher.
That's what they say. Brian Sweeney's 0 for 1. He fouls that one back. Be sure to visit farmers.com today to hear more true stories from Farmers customers and to find a SoCal agent near you. Even though Irvin gave up that one run in the first inning through only 14 pitches in the first, 7 in the second, beginning extended here. Sweeney puts one on the ground under the glove of Kendra Morales. Landed Powell lumbering towards third. Will stop there. Not sure if Kendra Morales maybe came up on that ball a little bit, but seemed to be in position to field it.
You're thinking the lines of that 3-6-3 double play. You got to look it in your glove first before you're able to make that possible double play. You got to get that lead runner, get that one out. Hit pretty hard just underneath the glove. Still Irvin with an opportunity here to get a double play or a possible strikeout to be able to find his way through this inning. Big point of the game already for Irvin.
We got Landon Powell over at third base, Derek Barton at second, Ryan Sweeney over at first. Nineteen pitches thrown by Santana. Got a double play candidate, Kevin Koosman off up. Good fastball there. It's no balls and a strike. Koosman has rolled into 5 double plays on the year. Tied for the team lead in that category. Not something to be proud of. Popped up. Looks like it's playable for either Morales or Howie Kendrick. And Morales makes the catch. Infield fly rule is called by Scott Barry, the first base umpire. 2 outs.
A big pitch by Irvin Santana there. Good giddy up on that fastball. They get a pop up. Koosman only a 283 career hitter with the bases loaded. Couldn't get his arms extended. Big pitch for Irvin.
Here's Chavez, bases loaded, and 2 outs, 2-0 here in the third. Oakland's up. Chavez a strikeout victim his first time up. Checked his swinger, did he? They asked for help. He went around, says Brian Honora. And Brian certainly wasn't afraid to pull that thing out of the holster last night behind the plate, working for Joe Saunders.
He was throwing a lot of strikes, and clearly that pitch was in the dirt, but Chavez is going after that pitch. So the first at bat, swing and miss on a slider in the dirt. Generally known as a patient hitter. Nice job, though, by Mike Napoli blocking that pitch out in front of the plate. Anytime there's a breaking pitch, it's difficult to be able to read that spin on the dirt.
0-2 on its way. Out to shallow center field. Torrey Hunter comes in a couple more steps, makes the catch. There's out number 3. The A's double up, though. They get a run on that solo home run by Eric Patterson. They lead it 2-0. Up 6 down as you take a look at Eric Patterson, who made it 2-0 in the top of the third inning, and that solo home run is 4th of the year. And here at the bottom of the third, it'll be Rivera, Napoli, and Wood, 7, 8, and 9. As Ross has picked up a couple of strikeouts, no walks.
A lot of strikes, 20 strikes in 29 overall pitches. It's important for him he's going to be able to stay in here long enough to be able to qualify for a position to get a win. When you look how many innings he's pitched 19 innings so far in 11 appearances. So a guy that generally is going to be 1, maybe 2 innings. So that may be an issue here as he goes along and that sinking fastball flattens out a bit.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. He has been a starter throughout his career. ...33 games, 31 starts in 2 professional seasons prior to this season, working out of the pen as the rookie. The pitch missed inside with 2 balls and a strike. Had a very good spring training. Missing outside, it's 3-1. He's 3rd all time on the Cal Bears career strikeout list, 271. I want to say Brendan Morrow might be number 1 and number 2. Juan had a big hack there, comes up empty, and it's a full count.
Pretty good pitch to drive, too, and Juan just missed that. A fastball in the inner half, at the spot where Juan Rivera does the most damage on that fastball. Setting up, that's a perfect spot to drive. Just pulled his head just enough to swing and miss.
Payoff pitch, and that one's fouled off to the right. Did match a career high, did Tyson Ross, throwing 3 innings last Tuesday. Rivera pops from the right center field, play over for Sweeney. 1 out. Hey kids, enjoy those summer days with your very own Angels pool raft, courtesy of Wild Rivers Water Park. It's free for all kids 2 to 18 in attendance on Saturday, May 29th as the Angels host the Mariners. Get your tickets today at angelsbaseball.com.
Going down the rock pile, center field, raging rapids. Did you take your raft down there, Victor?
That's only like a 3 rapid. I'm more of a 5 guy. A little bumpy too, wouldn't you think?
Just a little bit.
7 up and 7 down as Mike Napoli takes strike 1. Mike at 210 on the year. It's 1 for 3 last night with a double. Swings through the fastball. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
You see that movement by Ross on that fastball. It looks like it's a good pitch to be able to drive. And that last bit, action on there, runs away from the bat. Sinking running action on the fastball at 94.
Napoli out to left center field. Patterson got a good jump on it. Makes the catch. There's out number 2. So 2 outs, nobody on for Brandon Wood. Brandon takes upstairs. Brandon at 165, a couple of home runs, 5 runs batted in. 0 for 2 last night. Did execute a sacrifice bunt in the 7th. Swings through that one. It's 2-1. We're starting to get to that point where the at-bats are creeping up. The sample size becoming large enough as pops one up behind the plate. Powell will run out of room. There goes the pennant.
He tried to make a play.
The little man.
A souvenir. This is spot now that Tyson Ross might throw that slider, too. I think he's going to be all right down there.
You think so?
Think so.
I mean, that's one way of trying to meet the girl.
Comes that slider.
And down goes Wood. Count number 3. 3 strikeouts for Ross. He's been perfect this far. A's have a 2-0 lead. Trivia question. We're just so excited about it. Who is the only pitcher in Angel history to win 2 American League West clinching games? So 2 division clinching games. The winner, as we take a look at Irvin Santana. Perhaps
it's too easy to say Irvin.
Perhaps Irvin Santana might be the answer.
He won that game last year against Texas, a shutout, once they clinched the AL West.
He'll face Cust, Rosales, and Patterson here in the 4th inning. 6, 7, and 8 for Oakland. They got a run in the 1st, a run in the 3rd. Cust rips one, and nice play by Kendry Morales to his left. Jack Cust, welcome back to the big leagues. You've seen 2 pitches, you're 0 for 2.
And he's hit the ball well.
And he's hit the ball both times.
Right to the wall, and that a line drive, it was caught. Well, generally you always think, okay, he's going to take that first pitch, but not so far today. 2 pitches, 2 swings, and 2 rockets. Hang with him.
Here's Rosales, the second baseman, with a fly ball to left, his first AB. He'll take a strike. You see the shiner on that left eye for Rosales. Just got it while Oakland was in Texas during batting practice. See the ball hit. He hit the ball. It ricocheted off of something. It came right back. It plugged him right in the left eye. You'd think as fast as he moves, he'd be able to dodge anything coming at him.
No question. Even when he walks, he runs about 100 miles an hour down the first baseline.
Dude, that's a big league shiner right there. Fouls that one straight back. That's something out of the, I don't know, maybe perhaps the 1970s, the Philadelphia Flyers.
The Broad Street Bully type?
Maybe something to that effect. Here's the 1-2. Fouled. Got a piece of it there, and it goes back to the screen.
Dave the Hammer Schultz, he probably inflicted that on the other player, not himself.
On himself?
No, somebody else besides him.
Got him. Good sinking fastball down and in. Down goes Rosales. 3rd strikeout for Irvin.
Well, that was nasty.
2nd out here in the 4th.
It's that 2-seam fastball. Got on top of that with good running action at 93. Gonzalez was clearly looking for something else. Exmo will show that get on top, the pronation of your wrist to have that sink action at 93 miles an hour. That's a perfect view of it.
That's more about pressure point. You talk about pronation or supination, whether it's a wrist, one way or the other. But it's really more the pressure points with the fingers, isn't it?
The middle finger.
The last thing you want to do is turn over the arm, right?
You don't try to, but I think it's a natural reaction, especially when you're on top of the baseball. For instance, when Joe Saunders was struggling with that fastball, was running over the plate when he's trying to sink it on the outside corner against the right-handed batter, he would turn his wrist and had that action. If you stay on top, your wrist normally will go and then pronate, and then that's when you put all the pressure on the middle finger to have that sink.
Because there are guys, there are tendencies for pitchers, whether they're starters or relievers, to, if they're not getting the sinking action that they would like to see, to overdo it. Almost throw a screwball as Patterson swings and misses on that slider. Irvin Santana responds with the 1-2-3 inning. Middle of the fourth here at the Big A. Angels trying to get it going offensively. They trail it 2-0. Check it out at scforddealers.com. Bottom of the fourth here at the Big A, 2-0 Oakland. Top of the order due up for the Halos. Ibar, Kendrick, and Abreu. Tyson Ross in an emergency start here for Justin Ducher has been perfect this far, including 3 strikeouts. 9 up, 9 down. Ibar 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second base. We'll see what happens here in the fourth inning, but he's matched his season high, or major league career high as far as innings pitched, 3 now.
And obviously when you don't throw that many innings prior to this, and then you don't go through and see a batter twice. So see what kind of adjustments the batters and, of course, Tyson Ross makes second time through.
Don't have to worry about fatigue in the bottom half if you don't use the bottom half, right?
No. You're probably good throwing darts, too.
Here comes the 1-1. Slow ground ball to second. Rosales charging it. Retires Ibar. There's out number 1. We go back to our AT&T trivia question. Which pitcher in Angels history has won 2 American League West Division championship games? Irvin Santana in 2005 against Oakland, and last year against the Texas Rangers.
That was too easy for us there, Victor. A little too easy.
That's a Saturday night.
Of course it is.
Howie Kendrick bouncing one off. Kevin Koosman off, finds it and fires on the first, retires Kendrick for out number 2.
Very economical with his pitching. Only 48 with 2 outs in the fourth. The ball was hit pretty hard. Koosman will stay with it. Be able to get a nice little bounce back to him and strong throw to be able to get Howie at first base.
Howie now 0 for 2, brings up Bobby Abreu. Grounded out to Rosales, the second baseman. A's with 4 hits in this one. They've stranded 3. The Angels, of course, that goose egg up on the board, but still only down 2-0. I mean, is this a clear definition of a slinger?
No question about it. He has a good live arm. You would think at some point Oakland's going to try to get him to use his lower half of his body. That way you could generate power. You can continue to have that fastball late in games. If he indeed will make that transition back to a starter that he was in the minor leagues.
He's ahead of the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's 2-2.
Look at his motion in Exmo. You see pretty good level rotation, but then straight up and down. Most pitchers you'll see bend the back. He's landing straight up and down. A lot of pressure to put on your shoulder.
Abreu fouling that one back into the press box. Maybe Bill Plunkett. Orange County Register made a nice play down there.
Yeah, I thought he made the play.
Another 2-2, and that's in tight. Full count. Torrey Hunter on deck. Tyson Ross shaking off Landon Powell a couple of times. And here's the payoff. They'll bounce it over the head of Ross, over to Rosales, and he can't handle it. The Angels get their first base runner, courtesy of Bobby Abreu, which probably should be ruled an infield hit. And it is. Oh, Tyson Ross is 6'6".
Well, he has that number 66. It's not easy to get it over his head. Snowden had to be quick with Bobby Abreu running down the line. Had some spin on that baseball also.
There's Torrey Hunter with 2 outs and a man on. See what Tyson Ross looks like from the stretch. First time in this one. Fastball missing yet.
But the thing I noticed out of the stretch, though, he really opens up that front shoulder, and as a right-handed batter, you can see the ball out of his hand exceptionally well. That's why you see that .313 batting average for right-handers against him coming into the game. So you see that front shoulder open up, and that slinging action, you're going to see the ball that much better from the right-handed batter.
2 balls and no strikes.
You see right here, you see that how that front shoulder opens up, and you can see the baseball out of his hand all the way through. If you're a right-handed batter, left-hander, there's still some deception in there.
Torrey swinging at that high fastball. It's 2-1. You know, not to take anything away from Tyson Ross, but because that delivery is so simple, there's no bottom half, it really reminds me of a position player coming into a blowout game just trying to throw strikes. But obviously this guy has done it throughout his career and can bring it at mid-90s. 3 balls and a strike.
He's young, too. Not a lot of mileage on that arm yet. You can get away with that. Generally, you're going to want to use your lower part of your body. We mentioned Noah Ryan throwing a no-hitter on this date. Noah Ryan was such a believer in the lower half. He did a lot of running, distance and sprint work, and heavy weightlifting on his lower part of his body. He felt that was the best way to be able to keep that fastball from first inning through 9th inning.
Torrey out to right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Abreu will take third base. And the Angels with an opportunity here with 2 on, 2 outs. And Kendry Morales coming up as we take a look at the U.S. Marines, leaders of the game. Kendry Morales 0 for 1 with that ground ball to short. Career best 5-hit game. August of last year against Oakland. 4 extra base hits, tying that club record. Left-hander Jerry Blevins is up and loosening. And Bob Guerin is coming out. That might be it for Tyson Ross.
Well, Blevins must not take a whole lot of time to get ready down in the bullpen. And again, he wasn't the guy scheduled to be able to start this ball game. Justin Duchscherer was, but unable to do so with a hip injury coming in, and Tyson Ross has done a solid job. Bob Guerin some innings. He's still going to have a shot to try to get through this 4th inning.
And they're going to let Kendry bat from the left side instead of flipping him over to the right side. Kendry, a much better hitter, at least this year, from the left side than he has been from the right. Against right-handed pitching, a .319 average. Against left-handers, .208. Abreu had the infield single with 2 outs. Is over at third base. Torrey Hunter, the base hit out to right center's at first. One swing of the bat. Turn this game around. Now an off the foot of Morales. Strike 1.
And that had good sink on it, 90 miles an hour. So he still hides the ball well against a left-handed batter. Only though .319 versus hitting from the left-hand side with 5 home runs. He's batting right-handed. It's a little over 200. Perfect scenario here for Kendry. He's got to stay back and be patient.
Now to left center field, struck well. Patterson a long run. Out the warning track, at the wall. Gone! 3-run Jimmy Jet for Kendry Morales. The Cuban Missile puts the Angels up 3-2.
I'm thinking you were calling that right away. You told it before. A scenario where Bob Guerin leaves Tyson Ross, the right-hander, going against Kendry, batting left-handed. We saw the differential in the numbers, right versus left. Drives that ball the other way, got out in a hurry. What a swing. Again, a fastball. This time it flattened out. And boy, did he cover that. Our Exmo shows staying back, getting underneath that baseball and driving it. Left center. 3-run. Bomb. Best play in baseball.
8th home run of the year for Kendry Morales. Now with 26 runs batted in, Tyson Ross is done. Pitching change here at the Big A with the Angels up 3-2. Kendry Morales with a 3-run home run here in the 4th inning, putting the Angels up by the score of 3-2. Time now for the One West Bank One Person One Play, brought to you by One West Bank, one person at a time.
8th home run of the season. Talk about great opposite field power. Kendry Morales. It's that fastball, turns it around out of the yard.
Jerry Blevins takes over now. He'll face Hideki Matsui, a lefty-lefty matchup. Matsui, a strikeout victim against Tyson Ross, so he's 0 for 1. Time now for the in and out, who's in, who's out. Blevins is in place of Tyson Ross, who went 3 2/3, 3 strikeouts, but 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 home run. Matsui takes a slider in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Remember, Bob Darren came out and talked things over with Tyson Ross, with Blevins had just started to loosen out of the bullpen. They decided to keep Ross in there to face the left-hand hitting Kendry Morales. Damage done.
I think that was a bad decision either by Bob Darren. When you think about the way Tyson had been throwing the baseball with that movement, you just got to trust he was going to stay down in the zone to get a ground ball. That pitch was elevated enough for Kendry to hit it out.
Matsui takes down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blevins came in with a 2-0 record, a 3.21 ERA, pitching now his 16th game. Just 1 behind the team leader, Brad Ziegler. 2-2. Foul back. Another 2-2. And he got him with the off-speed pitch. Down goes Matsui. With the damage done by Kendry Morales going the opposite way against Tyson Ross. His last pitch of the game going off Otako. Through 4 here at the Big A. Angels up 3-2. Kendry Morales, 1 swing of the bat, his 8th home run, and turning this game around. Remember, Tyson Ross, the spot starter for Justin Ducher, who was scratched right before the game, was perfect. Through the first 11 batters in that infield single by Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter served one out to right center for a base hit, and Morales with that home run. Now it's up to Irvin Santana to keep things in check. He's retired 5 in a row since giving up the base hit to Ryan Sweeney that loaded the bases up in the 3rd inning.
I think it's just to appreciate the way Kendry Morales hits the baseball, whether it's during a game or in batting practice. It's that sound it makes off the bat. Hit a ball that far the opposite direction, left center field. Very impressive for Kendry.
Landon Powell catches or takes that pitch on the inside corner. It's 1-2. There's Tyson Ross.
Overall, Bob Guerin's got to be happy with his performance. Just that one bad pitch, really. Even the ball that Torrey got into the outfield there wasn't exactly crushed.
And a 1-2 pitch landed. Powell turns that fastball around. That's a leadoff single. Hey fans, if you're looking for a great value, look no further than the Angels Friends and Family Fun Pack presented by JetBlue. Enjoy 4 game tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks for just $44. The next Friends and Family Fun Pack game takes place tomorrow afternoon. Purchase your Family Fun Pack today at angelsbaseball.com. Next tomorrow afternoon's game at 12:35. Wrapping up this 3-game series here against the Oakland A's. Then the Halos go out on the road. 7 games, 2 in Texas, 2 in Chicago as that ball gets in the dirt. Past Napoli, Powell will advance to second base on the wild pitch. And after the 2 against the White Sox on Wednesday and Thursday, it's 3 against the St. Louis Cardinals as interleague play kicks off.
Mike Scioscia looking on. He wants a shutdown inning out of Irvin Santana now with a man on second, no outs. I think he's just looking to be able to hit the ball to the right side to advance the base runner.
Good on speed pitch. Cliff Pennington with a double and a run scored at the first. A strikeout victim in the third. Bunting, that's it right back to Santana. Looks to third, fires to first. And the out is recorded. Powell will move over to third. It will more than likely be credited with a sac bunt, but clearly looked like he was trying to catch the defense off guard. It works as Powell ends up at third base, and there's 1 out.
Well, we talked about the difference in this Oakland philosophy as far as the offensive side. A little more aggressive swinging. That's a second sacrifice bunt. That indeed what it ends up being for Pennington they've had in this game. They never really believed too much in the sacrifice bunt. They didn't believe a whole lot in the stolen base. But with the roster made up right now, not a ton of power. They're trying to manufacture a run to support that very good pitching staff they have.
Infield in, at least the corner infielders are. Middle infielders halfway. With Derek Barton at the plate. Nice job by Napoli there. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Barton had that sac bunt of the first and a walk in the third, so no ABs for him tonight.
The thing is, you're allowed to, because of Powell not being real fast as far as a base runner, you're able to have the infield back a little bit further than normal in an infield situation.
1-0. In tight. 2 balls, no strikes. Irvin Santana, Mike Napoli, making sure they stay in on Derek Barton. He's got that swing where he will take that outside pitch, put it down the left field line.
He stays inside the baseball very well. He could jam him if he could stay inside at the hands.
And with 3 balls and no strikes.
They're doing a nice job as far as giving up his body to be able to keep that in front of him. Had the glove down there between the legs to make sure it didn't get by there, but also use a chest protector to be able to keep it in front. Jeff Mathis there, and looks like the hands is progressing pretty well as far as the healing process of that broken wrist. The part of June looks to be the timetable for him.
Bobby Wilson had a nice game in Salt Lake last night, 3 for 3. Good defense, throwing out a would-be base stealer. You wouldn't think that he would be too far away. 3-0. And it's a walk to Derek Barton, who's picked up the 2 walks in this game issued by Santana. So the double play is in effect now with Ryan Sweeney coming up. Powell over at third base.
Sweeney has hit into 5 double plays. It was clear they weren't willing to go after him. 3-0, throwing a 3-0 slider at him. If he could swing at it, make a ground ball, that would have been fine, but instead now set up a double play ball.
Sweeney's reached on a fielder's choice and singled, so he's 1 for 2. Boy, Irvin's got some good movement on that sinking fastball today. That last pitch tailing away from Sweeney.
He stays on top of that fastball over Santana. He's got good movement on that. Key is keeping that front shoulder tucked in. It's like the hitter trying to keep their front shoulder tucked in.
Chapman catches the inside corner, two-seamer again. And it's 0-2.
Fastball outside corner. That pitch fastball inside corner. Now you have options. Now you can throw that slider down and in. That's what they're going to go with right now. See if you get a swing and miss.
Good pitch, good location. The count remains at 0-2.
Approach for Sweeney to even foul that pitch off. And once you make that commitment to swing at that tough, nasty slider by Irvin Santana is to foul it off. That was an accomplishment for him. Got to change eye level, maybe go fastball up. Third to first pickoff move.
Two. Trying to come inside again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sweeney's another guy like Barton who certainly not afraid to take that pitch away and go the opposite way with it.
Especially if it's a fastball out over the plate. He's very good as far as staying inside the baseball and going the other way. Inside, it's more difficult to do that.
Lays off the breaking pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sweeney's a guy that the Oakland A's hope will develop into a power stroke or power type of hitter. Good size. He's hit 1 home run this year. He's got 19 runs batted in. And 2-2. Down low. So we've gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Kevin Koosman off the man on deck. He's the third baseman. We'll see if Derek Barton at first base decides to go based on what Mike Gallego, the third base coach, and Bob Guerin, the skipper, put on.
I think they're going to be going on this situation here, knowing that Sweeney does hit and it's a double plays.
He doesn't go, and that pitch is a cold strike 3 on the outside corner. Down goes Sweeney for out number 2.
Boy, good pitch there for Irvin, right on the outside part of the plate at 93 miles an hour. Unhittable spot with movement. We talked about that movement. You can see how this ball runs away in our Exmo to show that difference between a 4-seam fastball and a 2-seam fastball, the rotation of the seams.
Here's Koosman off his 0 for 2, a double play ball and a pop-up. Fastball in for a strike. Koosman off last couple of years with the San Diego Padres. The 0-1 pitch is outside. It's 1-1. Acquired this past offseason from San Diego. A's knowing full well that Eric Chavez, if he did come back healthy, more than likely would be limited as far as his defense at third base. Chavez during spring training working at first base. So it made the acquisition of Koosman that much more important. Guys set a National League record for fielding percentage by a third baseman, making just 3 errors last year for San Diego. 990 fielding percentage. Here's a 1-1. He swings and skies one. Deep down the left field line, but foul.
Oh, that went a long way, but you know what? It's a strike. That's it.
Would have been off the warehouse building in Petco Park down in San Diego.
And now you throw that nasty slider off the outside corner. A swing and miss. Fastball inner half. Well, he was ready for that pitch in that spot. Turned on it, pulled it foul.
1-2 now. Powell over at third and Barton over at first. The 78th pitch for Santana is up and in. 2-2. The young Irvin Santana with 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 5 hits allowed. Trying to go outside, full count.
A fastball in at 93, just off the inside corner, and then fastball 92. The guy that will swing and miss the pitches out of the strike zone. Bad time even at 3-2 to throw a slider. Well, a very difficult task on deck. Eric Chavez.
Koosman has been swinging it better of late. 3-2. Foul up in the air. Up the first base line. Mike Napoli gets called off by Kendrick Morales and makes the catch for the 3rd out. Nothing happening here for the A's. They leave a couple of men stranded. Middle of the 5th. 3-2 Angels. Angels up 3-2 here at the Big A as we start the bottom of the 5th inning. Great crowd on hand. Nice job by Irvin Santana to get out of that 5th inning.
Great job. Great job, too, by Kendrick Morales calling off Mike Napoli on that play. Took control of that one. Much easier for a first baseman coming in compared to a catcher going back on that pop-up.
Jerry Blevins, a left-hander who came on in place of Tyson Ross, struck out Hideki Matsui. The 4th is still in there. He'll face the bottom 3rd. Rivera, Napoli, and Wood here in the Angels half of the 5th inning. Juan hit a fly ball to right in the 3rd, so he's 0 for 1. Angels right now in the midst of that kind of that seesaw as far as the schedule is concerned. Home for a week, out on the road for a week. You mentioned that Texas, Chicago 2 each, and then the Cardinals for 3. Then they come home for 6 and then back out on the road, which essentially is a 2-week road trip. Beginning of June as Rivera laces one down the left field line. That's going to go into the corner for extra bases. Good piece of hitting by Juan Rivera. The Angels get their leadoff man on board as Rivera picks up his 7th double of the year.
It's important for that whole lineup to get it together for the Angels. Be more consistent. Tried to turn over that changeup. Wanted on the outside part of the plate. Instead got too much of the plate. Juan Rivera was able to turn on that pitch, drive it right down the left field line for a double, leadoff double. Mike Napoli coming up in a situation to do some damage.
Napoli 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center field in the 3rd inning. Just to finish up on that schedule, the first 2 weeks of June out on the road. 3 in Kansas City, 3 in Seattle, 4 in Oakland, and then 3 at Dodger Stadium. I mean, they essentially get to sleep in your own beds here, but it was considered a road game as Napoli's skies were foul and out of play on the right field side.
We're around the time when U2's having a concert here at the Big A, so they have to fix the turf. Get ready for the team coming back, and then the All-Star game.
Chad Godin is up and loosening. Napoli takes that one low. One pitch in tight. 2 balls and a strike.
Blevins is trying to stay inside. Mike Napoli's somehow over the plate. At the very least, hit to the right side to advance. Juan Rivera to third base with 1 out. It's a plays made against him.
Blevins is not allowed to run prior to tonight in his last 4 outings. Napoli reaches for one and drives into the center field, a base hit. Rivera's going to be stopped at third base as Patterson gets the ball back into the middle of the diamond. And the Angels have their first 2 on here in the 5th inning. And Brandon Wood coming up.
Good approach, too, by Mike Napoli. You can see with the pitch on the outer half, he just shortened up the swing, tried to hit it right up the middle, ends up getting a base hit out of it also. Good piece of hit from Mike Napoli.
Kurt Young, the pitching coach, is coming out to pay a visit. Godin should be just about ready to go. This is more about stalling here. You've got the right-hand hitting Brandon Wood, who has been scuffling of late, 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. The Angels thus far in this series, 4 for 9 with men in scoring position. A good chance for Brandon to get something done, to get him going, a little spark that'll hopefully jumpstart his 2010 season.
If you're Brandon right now, you got to look fastball, look middle in, and crush the baseball. Don't swing the pitch out of the zone. You're in command in this spot. No outs, 1st and 3rd. Believe in yourself and believe in your approach, all the hard work he puts together with Mickey Hatcher.
Takes that fastball inside for ball 1. Blevins has struggled against right-handed batters, a .290 average, 9 for 31 prior to Rivera and Napoli. So that number's gone up. Here's a 1-0. Left field, a base hit for Brandon Wood. Brings home Juan Rivera. It is 4-2 Angels.
Good approach there for Brandon. Got a pitch where he can get his arms extended, facing up the inner half of the plate to be able to drive it. Ends up getting a base hit out of it also. Blevins throws him a fastball. Exmo will show the location of that pitch around thigh high, middle in. They're trying to sneak a fastball inside. Brandon gets the pitch he wants to be able to drive and does the damage.
Picking up RBI number 6 on the year for Brandon. 3 straight hits to start this inning. Eric Ibar steps up, spins around to hit from the right side. Hayes anticipating a bunt here. Ibar pops it up in front of the mound. Blevins has got it. He'll fire on to first. The sacrifice works as Napoli moves to third and Wood on to second. Bob Guerin's going to come out. That's going to be it for Blevins. The right hand hitting Howie Kendrick coming up. Chad Godin will be summoned from the bullpen. It is a bullpen game for the A's with Justin Duchesne getting scratched. Here comes Chad Godin, the third pitcher for Oakland tonight. The Angels up 4-2. The spot start, if you will, for the Oakland A's tonight.
Well, he was dealing there. Retired the first 11 batters he faced. Then an infield hit. Base hit by Torrey. Then this 3-run Jimmy Jack and Junior Morales the other way. Base hit right there by one against Blevins. This is their fourth run. The offense responding.
It's 4-2 Angels here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Two men on. Napoli's over at third base. Brandon Wood at second. As we take a look at the numbers for Chad Godin. 0-2 record is .736 ERA. He's a guy that's been a starter, reliever, and a starter.
16 strikeouts in 14 2/3 innings pitched. Fastball average around 89 to 92. Will throw an occasional curveball. His slider, best pitch, and of course he'll also throw a changeup, which is a split finger changeup. So he uses an out pitch against left-handed batters.
Godin last year with the Padres and the New York Yankees went to spring training with New York this year. Did not win the fifth spot in that rotation. Instead going to Phil Hughes. Yankees cut him loose, and now he's an Oakland Athletic. Oh yeah, the Gnome checking out the action.
He's waiting for you to. He's waiting for you to come out and join him in the forest out there.
He's sitting there looking at all of us, saying, "This is my world,
my rock,
my rock." Howie Kendrick steps up. A's have their infield halfway now. That slider's in for a strike. Fastball sliders, Chad Godin. He finished last year pitching in 11 games with the Yankees. 6 starts, was 2-0 and a .343 ERA. And now he fouls this one off to the right. Last time out, Chad Godin. A lot of career-high tying 3 home runs against the Texas Rangers. Here comes the 0-2. Try to get him to chase that slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, look, you saw it at Dan Wheeler in Tampa Bay. A lot of sliders. They show you the fastball to try to get you out on that pitch. The slider. He used a split finger fastball to left-handed batters, but he's always going to go after for the swing and miss with the slider to the righty.
Just the third time in the month of May that Godin's been run out there by the Oakland A's. He's given up a lot of earned runs. Time is called. The 1-2 slider, 2 balls, 2 strikes. You would think that pitch would play right into Howie Kendrick's hands with the stroke that he has out towards right center.
It should go to the big part of the bat to be able to drive that ball the other way.
Braves on deck now. Powell and Godin would like to chat about things.
Godin was confident enough in his fastball. Fastball in the inside corner could freeze Howie, because Howie's looking out over the plate. 4 straight sliders on the outside corner.
Outfield playing kind of shallow. Patterson in center field. Sweeney in right. 2-2. Fastball missing in. Full count. Payoff pitch on its way. And this is a ground ball through on the right side. Napoli scores, being stopped at third is Brandon Wood. 5-2 Angels. Howie Kendrick picking up his 18th RBI.
Well, staying inside the baseball, going the other way for Howie Kendrick. Talked about him in that number 2 slot. A very comfortable position for him in the lineup. He can do so many things. Saw him last night with the sacrifice punt. This time staying inside the ball, going the other way for that base hit, RBI.
Halos tonight 4 for 4 with men in scoring position. They've got yet another. Brandon Woods at third base. And Kendrick over at first. Bobby tonight 1 for 2. It was his little infield single beyond the outstretched glove of Tyson Ross. It started a little rally in the 4th. Takes that sinker down and away for ball 1. Missing outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Godin and Landon Powell trying to stay away from Bobby Abreu.
Trying to see if they can get Bobby to roll over a ground ball on the outside part of the plate.
Not the easiest guy to double up. Bobby still hustles down the line. Do some speed. The 2-0. That is hit into right field, base hit. Brandon Wood will score. It is 6-2 Angels. 5th hit of the 5th inning for the Halos.
Well, that's the dangers for Bob Guerin when he had to go to the bullpen to start the game with Tyson Ross, with Justin Duxer not able to start this game. And all of a sudden, when you go so many guys in your bullpen, eventually one of them is going to make some mistakes. And so far, Chad Godin has made a couple of mistakes. And another fastball up, belt high on the inner half. Bobby makes a pay for it. That's 2 pitches that were elevated.
See the numbers with men in scoring position. 1 for 6 for the Athletics. 5 for 5 for the Angels. And the book now on Jerry Blevins is closed. 2/3 of an inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. First pitch at Torrey is a breaking ball that's cut on and missed. Torrey's 1 for 2. Hit that fly ball to center into second. The single to right center field. Eventually came around to score on the Kenji Morales home run. 6-2 Angels here in the bottom of the 5th. It's fouled back. Godin perhaps getting away with a mistake there. A little slider that hung right over the heart of the plate.
You can tell by the reaction from Torrey Hunter, he just missed that one. Sometimes you can get away with a slider when it's just above the belt. Down a little bit further, that ball's going to be crushed.
Godin ahead of the count at 0 balls, 2 strikes. There go the runners. The 0-2 pitch is a called strike 3. The throw down to second base. Gets away from Rosales. Kendrick will come in to score. 7-2 Angels.
And a lot of times you see Kendrick throw behind the runner, the second runner at second base, because you have to wait as the guy at first base to make sure the base runner at second is going to break towards third. So a lot of times you see that back throw. Powell tries to get Bobby Abreu. They had a pretty good shot. Ball gets away from Rosales at second base. Instead, the run scores. Double steal and an E. Scores a run.
Torrey Hunter was called out on strikes. There are 2 outs now. And Kendrick Morales steps in to face Godin. And Bobby over at second base. For Abreu, it's his 7th stolen base of the year. And for Howie Kendrick, his 3rd. There will be an error charged. The question is, does it get charged to Powell or Rosales for allowing Kendrick to score from third base? And Powell's the guy getting charged with the error. Morales takes a strike on the inside corner. Kendrick 1 for 2, the 1 a big one, a 3-run home run in the 4th. "26 RBIs on the year." As that one's fouled off to the left and out of play. Depending on what Dustin Pedroia and Alex Rodriguez, Mark Teixeira did earlier tonight, they checked out their box score. The 3-run home run putting Kendrick the top 10 runs batted in category in the American League. Miguel Cabrera leading going into today's action with 36. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. But a big inning for the Halos. 4 runs. They do it on 5 hits with error. They leave one on. After 5, they're up 7-2.
You talk about squaring up the baseball, getting a good part of the bat and covering it with some sound. and some distance. And to boot, a couple guys on base for the 3-run jack. And that was the Coors Light Weekend, brought to you by Frost Brew, Coors Light.
Boy, how convenient is that?
It's all about the sign and the sound.
No
and the
doubt
distance.
about it. And the blue bottle. The Blue Mountains.
Needed to be blue.
No doubt. Top of the 6th inning, 7-2 Angels. Chavez swinging at the first pitch. Thank you very much. Popping one up down the left field line. Juan Rivera coming on, and he can't make the catch. It goes off his body. And Chavez will be in at second base. Miscommunication down the left field line. Either somebody didn't call it, or somebody didn't hear the other guy call it. And instead of one out, nobody on, you've got a, I guess a double's got to be. There's a double.
You see, it's a much easier play for the left fielder to come in, and Juan was looking and calling for it. It almost hit off his wrist. Eric Ibar came in the picture at the very end. Juan was calling and saying he's got it right there, but hits the heel of his glove.
So Chavez in at second base with his 8th double of the year. Jack Cuss has hit the ball hard twice, but he's got nothing to show for it. 0 for 2. With Bobby Abreu deep to right and lined out to Tendry. His last at-bat, that came in the 4th.
The first 2 at-bats swinging at the first pitch, this time more patient.
Down at AAA Sacramento. Cuss hit 273 with 4 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Yeah, that was the first round pick of the Arizona Diamondbacks back in 1999. The time of the big leagues with the D-backs, the Rockies, the Orioles, the Padres, and now the Athletics. Yeah, career high 33 home runs for the A's in 08. Going in the dirt.
This is a situation where Urban, you got a 1 pitch out. It didn't work out that way. You just got to forget about it. Pick up your teammates. He has 7 runs of support right now. You just got to go right after them. Forget about that play.
That's a 4-pitch walk to Jack Cuss, but 2 men on now for Adam Rosales. 3rd walk issued by Urban. Mike Butcher's going to come out. Hey fans, Kaiser Permanente Family Sundays at Angel Stadium are the perfect way to spend time with your family on the weekend. Free activities for kids include a wide variety of games and arts and crafts. The next Family Sunday takes place tomorrow, Sunday. Get your tickets at angelsbaseball.com. Trevor Bell is up and loosening now in the Angels bullpen as Santana's thrown 85 pitches this far. Wrap up that 6-game homestand tomorrow at 12:35 as Rosales skies one out to right center. Playable for Corey Hunter. Makes the catch. And Chavez draws the throw, and that was a laser.
Oh, look, that's one of the best throws I've seen out of Torrey Hunter this whole season. Got himself in great throwing position. A lot of times you'll want that right fielder to be able to make that play because it's an easier throw from him. Torrey had the momentum going. Oh, what a strong throw. Chavez made the right decision not going.
Especially down by 5. I'll bring up Eric Patterson, who homered off Santana in the 3rd inning and then struck out in the 4th. Late on that fastball, and it's no balls and a strike.
Well, when you look at Urban Santana, when he stays within his mechanics, that's free and easy when that baseball just explodes out of his hand at 91, 92. As a hitter, you think because of that fluid delivery that's not going to be quite as firm, that fastball, but it has that good late action there through the strike zone.
This one foul tip into the mitt, and it's quickly 0-2. That last start for Irvin in Seattle, going to 6 2/3, giving up 5 runs all earned on 10 hits. 0-2, swing and a miss. Down goes Patterson. Chavez thought about going to third, but he elected to go back to second base. 2 outs.
That was a nasty pitch. Nice job, too, by Mike Napoli to keep that ball from getting too far away. Ahead of the count, Irvin was. Snapped that slider, and Mike Napoli kept it in front. No advancement of the base runners.
6 punch-outs now for Irvin.
See this one right here. That breaking pitch. Slider down and in as the hitter. Exmo shows you can think and realize the possibility of a fastball, but in that late break, it's a swing and miss.
Landon Powell, cue shot into right field, base hit. Chavez will come in to score. Heading to third is Jack Cust. An RBI single for Landon Powell. He's got a 3-hit night. It's 7-3 Angels.
You look at Landon Powell's swing. He has that loop action. Likes the ball down in his zone. A slow breaking pitch on the inner half is a pretty good pitch for him to hit. A situation where you stay away from him, force him to go out to the left field. See that swing that's dropped the head of the bat. That breaking pitch, down and in, able to get another base hit.
Keeps the inning alive now for Cliff Pennington. The RBI for Powell is third. Getting the bulk of the playing duty behind the plate. Kurt Suzuki on the DL. Pennington, the shortstop, takes a strike. Ground rule double in the first. Came around to score that first run. Struck out on the third, a sac bunt in the fifth. So 1 for 2 evening. Check the swing, and it's 1-1. Mentioned that Landon Powell had a 3-hit game. It's his first of the season, but his second career 3-hit game. That's the one pitch he's had working tonight.
He stays on top of that pitch, snaps the wrist at the very end. It's nasty, that slider down and in. Right back, the exact same pitch. Stay on top of it. A bad location. Just got Pennington to swing at that pitch again, even though it wasn't even near the strike zone. Fastball, try to get that outside corner with it.
Out to left field. Juan Rivera got a good jump on this one. Makes the catcher's on number 3. The A's get a run. The middle of the 6th inning here at the Big A. Halos up 7-3. Is pursuing perfection. Kendrick Morales with that 3-run home run. Mike Napoli with a big base hit. Brandon Wood, the RBI single for his 6th RBI. Howie Kendrick chipping in. and Bobby Abreu himself. But a nice performance tonight of the Angels offense. 8 hits, leading to 7 runs. 5 for 7 with men in scoring position. In tonight's game, overall a .258 average in that category. Chad Godin is still in the ball game. He'll face Hideki Matsui to start this 6th inning, followed by Juan Rivera and then Mike Napoli. Matsui takes a strike. Hideki's 0 for 2 with a couple of punch-outs. Tyson Ross got him in the 2nd. Jerry Blevins got him in the 4th. Swing and a miss there. They're former teammates with the New York Yankees.
That fastball at 88 that had running action on the outside part. Matsui still pulled out front hip open. Just a little too much. Got to stay inside the baseball and hit it the other way on the pitch on the outer half.
And the 0-2. That one almost got him, but did get it. A hit by pitch, so you go from 0-2 to a hit batter. The Angels will take it, that's for sure. Leadoff man is on board for the 2nd consecutive inning.
That's that slider. No chance for Matsui to get out of the way of that pitch.
Got him on the back knee.
Yep.
Juan Rivera is 1 for 2. Had a double leading off the 5th inning. Came around to score.
I believe with Godin and with that slider, Juan Rivera is going to get a steady diet of breaking pitches.
One ball, one strike. Tomorrow here at the Big A, you've got Trevor Cahill going for Oakland. Yoel Pinheiro getting the start for the Angels. 12:35 start here. That was back up the middle into center field, a base hit, so a 2-hit game for Juan Rivera. Reminiscent of how the 5th inning started. 3 consecutive hits, double, single by Rivera, Napoli, and Wood. Here, a hit by pitch and a base hit. As Napoli steps up, 1 for 2. Single with a run scored. Napoli just rolling over the top of that one. Nice play, but tapped there by Jared Weaver over the railing.
Flipping up a souvenir. Look at that play by the hat.
Fastball catches the inside corner, 0-2. Action in the Angels bullpen. Kevin Jepson's up and loosening.
Try to go right back inside with that fastball. To freeze Mike Napoli just off the inside corner. See if the Angels can get that run right back. But Oakland scored in the top of the 6th inning.
Breaking ball out to deep right center field. Nobody's going to get this one. One hopper off the wall. Matsui will score. Rivera's on his heels. He'll be held up at third. 8-3 Angels. Mike Napoli with an RBI double.
The Angels getting some production out of 7, 8, 9 in the lineup now. It's 5 hits. It's that slider out over the plate. Exmo showed us spin action on that breaking pitch to Mike Napoli. A very hittable hanging breaking pitch. Drives it hard to right center field for an RBI. The Angels do get that run right back.
Kurt Young with a quick visit to the mound. First 3 have reached here in the 6th inning. Brings up Brandon Wood. With runners at second and third, it's still nobody out. The A's will play their infield back. They'll exchange the run for the out. And now actually Pennington comes in. So does Rosales, the second baseman. Brandon 1 for 2 had the RBI single in the 5th. He tied him up with that fastball down and in. No balls in the strike. The RBI for Brandon in that 5th inning, his 6th of the year. Mentioned the struggles that he has been going through. Obviously well documented. Almost on a daily basis, whether it be via print or radio shows. Lays off the slider, 1-1. Brandon had come into tonight's game batting just 119 over the last 14 games. That's a 5 for 42 skid. He can extend that out with the first 2 ABs tonight to 6 for 44 as he foul tips that one in and out of the glove of Powell, and it's 1-2.
Pretty good pitch to drive there. The man got away with that hanging breaking pitch. Brandon Wood just missed that one.
The RBI also in that 5th inning, the first for Brandon since he had 2 against the Yankees on the 25th of April. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Napoli at second, Rivera over at third. And he got it. There's out number 1. 2 strikeouts in the night for Wood, so he's 1 for 3. And Eric Ibar will step to the plate. With the infield even further in with the speed of Ibar. 0 for 2 with a sac bunt.
Pretty good pitch for Eric Ibar, hit in the air with the infield in. The fly ball will score a run. There's a much better opportunity to get a base hit with the infield drawn in like they are right now.
Now into the dirt. Nice job by Powell to the backhand.
That pitch looked like it was supposed to be a backdoor slider. He overthrew it and was off the inside part of the plate. Nice job by Powell to and any leather to keep that ball from getting away from him and the run scoring.
On the ground over to first. Here comes Juan Rivera. The throw is in time. Rivera is thrown out. Round number 2. Napoli moves to third. Ibar reaches on the fielder's choice. It'll be up to Howie Kendrick to keep the inning alive. Now he takes outside for ball one. Angels second baseman 1 for 3. Had that RBI single. Stolen base and a run scored in the fifth.
Certainly a situation where Ibar may be thinking the lines of trying to steal a base here, too. 2 outs.
The Angels with 3 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, 1 here in the sixth inning, have an 8-3 lead. The story of the game early on was Tyson Ross had the emergency start for Justin Dutra, who was scheduled, actually came off the disabled list, was scheduled to get the start and scratched due to problems with that left hip, the same problems he's had this year. Back in 2008, as that pitch was cut on and missed at 1-2.
They're going to put on a sign, especially with a 1-2 count. I might see some action from Merrick Ibar, a possible chance of a double steal for the Angels in this spot.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Angels with the 8 runs tonight, tying a season high. 4th time they've done it. Last time they did it was the 8-0 win in Seattle on the 7th of May. They scored 8 runs in a loss to Boston back on the 3rd, and 8 runs against the Yankees on the 23rd. As Kendrick goes down swinging. Down the inning, through 6. Angels have an 8-3 lead here at the Big A. Hey, 3 Angels, we start the top of the 7th inning. We want you to remind you that you can sign up today for the 2010 All-Star Game Charity 5K and Fun Run presented by Nike. On Sunday, June 11th, participants will run and walk on a baseball-themed course that goes through Angel Stadium. All finishers will receive a commemorative All-Star medal and T-shirt. You can sign up today by visiting allstargame.com. All net proceeds from the event will be donated to 4 charities supporting cancer research and education. New Chucker on the mound. We take a look at the Hyundai keys to the game, or revisit the Hyundai keys to the game. Irvin Santana is no longer in the game after 6 strong innings.
Solid job by Irvin Santana tonight. 6 punch-outs in that 6th inning. He's coming into the game here. 10-2 career mark with a 1.45. Outside of a couple pitches here and there, has been very good. And Trevor Bell is coming in the ball game. Again, the fastball, past the strike zone, 90 to 92. Good breaking pitch and a changeup.
Trevor last pitched on the 11th of May against the Tampa Bay Rays. Went 1+ innings. Gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Earned his 2nd career victory on Monday. He struck out Evan Longoria in the 11th inning. He was called up prior to that game. And here in the 7th, we'll face Barton, Sweeney, and Koosman off. 2, 3, and 4. A's with 3 runs, 7 hits. They've committed 1 error. Have stranded 7 as Barton swings the first pitch. Backhanded by Morales. There's Morales. The Angels, on the other hand, 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, and they've stranded 3.
Nice job by Kendall Morales. It's a good feed when you make that play on the backhand to be able to spin around and soft toss over there your pitcher as he's trying to cover first base and find the base himself. The play by Kendry.
Brings up Ryan Sweeney. A win tonight would move the Angels to 17-21 on the year, 4 games under 500 and 3.5 better. Well, these division-leading Rangers wrap up their series in Toronto tomorrow afternoon. Other action in the American League, the Yankees just continue the ownership of the Minnesota Twins. 7-1 winners this afternoon at Yankee Stadium. Sweeney fouls one back. Tampa Bay got a home run from Willie Ibar to beat the Seattle Mariners 3-2.
What a great view. You'll be able to see the reaction. Cheese on the outside corner from Trevor Bell. Sweeney late on that pitch. See how hard it is for a hitter to be able to see that pitch and react, to be able to put a good piece of the bat on it. Gives you a great view of how difficult it is to hit a baseball.
Torrey Hunter, long run, makes the catch. He's out number 2. Brings up Kevin Koosman off. 7 pitches, 2 outs for Trevor Bell. Koosman off 0 for 3, a double play ball, a couple of pop-ups. The A's have had some opportunities. They've stranded 7 men in this one, but that is credit to Irvin Santana, the job that he did working out of some damage. Going 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 7 hits, 3 earned runs. By definition, a quality start. And in line for that 2nd win.
Overall, when you look at Irvin, his tempo was very good today. And his slider was devastating at times. Just a couple of pitches left over to play. For the most part, though, Mike Butcher, Mike Socha got to be real happy with the performance of Irvin Santana and the starters in general in the month of May.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Joe Saunders with that complete game shutout last night, followed up by Irvin's 6 innings.
Irvin had that great performance when he struck out 12 guys. It's all about the starter setting the tone, and all of a sudden you try to do this a little bit better than your teammate. And that's not trying to one-up each other. It's just that little friendly competition. That's what makes a very good, deep 5-man rotation.
The starters' ERA has come down now overall to 4.53. Pitching much better in the month of May as Bell goes 3-2 on Koosman.
That game last night, where Joe Saunders was reminiscent when he threw that game against Zach Greinke last season. So from the get-go, he knew he wasn't going to get many opportunities for the club to score a bunch of runs against Dallas Braden, who threw the ball very well. Had a great tempo himself through strikes. Saunders was just a little bit better.
Out to center field, Torrey Hunter coming on, can't make it. One hops right into the glove. Koosman is on board with a 2-out base hit. Oh, look like it was knuckling out to center field.
situations too for Torrey once he makes that commitment to come in and try to make that play. He's got to hope somehow keeps that in front of him. Smell will show that he did keep it front, but then slams down on that turf once again, and that whip leg. Less action once again for Torrey, just constantly giving up that body.
Chavez takes a curveball for a strike. He's 1 for 3. Had a double. Is it down the left field line? A little miscommunication between Rivera and Ibar. Eventually came around to score on the single by Landon Powell. Second straight night, though, that the Angels, with their revamped lineup, the retooled lineup, come out swinging it, doing it effectively. They had that 6th inning in last night's game, the difference against Dallas Braden, and then, of course, the 4th inning against Tyson Ross.
I like what Mike Scioscia's done with that lineup now. Bobby Abreu more in a custom spot he's used to, that 3rd spot in the lineup, run-producing spot.
This one back off the mound into center field, a base hit. So back-to-back hits given up by Bell after getting 2 quick outs here to start the 7th. Keeps the inning alive for Jack Cust.
Number 32, left fielder Jack Cust.
A's tonight 2 for 10 at men in scoring position. Custo for 2, including a walk that came in the 6th. Careful with this guy too, because even with the strikeouts and the walks, has the ability to hit the ball a long way. Turn this into a ball game once again. Two balls and no strikes.
Now you put yourself in a fastball count for Jack Cust, who loves to hit the fastball. You just got to stay in the outer half, force him to hit it in a big part of the ballpark the other way. Especially at this point in the game, in the 7th inning here.
Three balls and no strikes. Some scrambling going on in the Angels bullpen now. Kevin Jepson's back up.
Take a whole lot for Jepson to be ready. He was throwing last inning. Just a few throws and he'll be ready to go. If Mike Scioscia decides to go that route, Cust gets on base.
Three and one. Adam Rosales on deck, the second baseman. The 3-1. Out to deep left field. Juan Rivera backpedaling just shy of the track, makes the catch. And doing it with style. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. Angels have an 8-3 lead. the bottom of the 7th inning. An excitable crowd tonight here at the Big A. Angels trying to make it 2 in a row over the Oakland A's. Pick up the series win. And why wouldn't they be excited at the bottom of the 7th inning with Buttercup blaring through the loudspeakers?
We can hardly contain ourselves.
But it's a good thing that we're at commercial break when they play Buttercup. The dancing that goes on in this booth. Dean, Norm.
Might take a shot at us with Dancing with the Stars.
You know what? You might be onto something. Abreu, Hunter, Morales. It's Chad Godin who throws a strike. It's quickly 0-2. I think Storm and Norman would have a chance on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah.
There's no question.
He's already the statistician to the Stars, so why not elevate it to the next level? Abreu's 2 for 3 in this one, a couple of singles and an RBI. And Dean, we haven't seen Dean all day. He's been with that rally monkey pillowcase, curled up in the corner. Frankie pitches inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It is a great look for Dean, though. There's no question.
Ripped to right field. Sweeney will play it on a hot leadoff single for Abreu. A 3-hit night for Bobby. We go back to our FoxSportsWest.com poll question, talking about Joe Saunders picking up his 50th win last night. How many wins will he end up with in his career? And it looks like 101 to 150. The leading vote getter right now. Be sure to stick around after the game. The Angels Live post-game edition. Billy Mack and Jose Moto will get you the updated results.
Pretty good career then. 150 wins for Joe Saunders. The fans are predicting.
Torrey takes a strike. What'd you end up with?
132.
Is that the threshold 100 for big league starter? To say I had a very good career?
Well, you feel like, well, at least you were around long enough to get that 100 wins. I guess would be the best way to put it.
Torrey takes down low, and it's 1-1.
I mean, just to get your first win, and then all of a sudden you think, well, maybe if I can get 100, it would be quite an accomplishment. When you get there, then obviously you just want to continue on. But it's still a great feeling when you get that many wins in the big leagues. Any win in the big leagues is a great feeling.
So harder to do nowadays with the specialization, the bullpens, hoping the lead sticks around for you after you leave after 5 innings.
Everyone wants to ask, will ever be another 30-game winner? I mean, it's almost impossible the way the game is set up right now. Bullpen's a big part of the game. Of course, you only get 33, 34 starts a season. Even the #1 guy in the rotation with a 5-man rotation now.
Torrey out to deep right center field. Patterson pulls up this one off the wall. Abreu heading to third. He's being waved around. Rosales' throw is not in time. RBI double for Torrey. Hunter makes it 9-3 Angels. 900th career RBI for Torrey.
12th double. Congratulations to Torrey Hunter, one of 12 active players with 900 more RBI. Well, that ball was struck extremely well the other way. Boy, a fastball. If you're going to go fastball in the outer half against Torrey, you better get it down around the knees. If you're going to go belt high, it's going to be crushed. That was the case there for Torrey Hunter.
Season high 9 runs for the Angels tonight. And still not done as Kenji Morales steps up now. And he swings and drills one out to deep right center field. Patterson is at the wall. Score! The Cuban Missile with a 2-run bomb. 11-3 Angels.
That's the pretty good game for Kendry. He went oppo for a 3-run shot, this time to right center field. Talk about center to baseball once again. It's his 6th career multi-homer game. It's only getting better. Well, just going back to that conversation we had with Mike Social on that last road trip about how good he thinks Kendry Morales is in that special sound off the bat for Kendry.
Matsui takes inside for ball 1. A single, a double, and a home run to start the 7th inning against Chad Godin. Nine home runs now for Kendry Morales. 28 runs batted in. And without a doubt now in the top 10 in the RBI category.
Still no action out of that Oakland bullpen, of course, because of Justin Boucher not able to start. The bullpen's been taxed already. That smile. That's a good day. 3-run home run, 2-run home run. That's pretty good.
Matsui going the opposite way, chasing Jack Cuss back, and this one's going to be over his head. Hideki Matsui with a double himself, his 7th of the year. Puts himself in the scoring position for Juan Rivera.
Well, that's a nice swing, too, for Matsui going the other way with that pitch. With authority to left field.
Kevin Franzen comes in to pitch run now for Hideki Matsui. Kurt Young, the pitching coach, out to pay a visit. There is nobody warming up in that Oakland A's pen, so this is all you right now, Chad Godin.
Look at Kendry, that good balance. Pitch great above the belt. Squaring up that baseball, the right center field. Home run to right center, home run to left center. Unbelievable power for Kendry Morales.
Juan Rivera tonight 2 for 3 with a double and a single. He's also hit a fly ball to right. This one fouled back. Will reach the seats. Every single member of the starting lineup with a hit and a run score, with the exception of Eric Ibar, the leadoff man. But this game far from over. "14 hits for the Angels thus far. 4 straight hits to start the 7th inning. Hey, Mickey, go ahead and take the day off tomorrow. No BP. Since it's a 12:30 game anyway. Rivera gets jammed with a 1-hopper over to Adam Rosales. There's out number 1 as Franzen moves over to third base. Last multi-homer game for Kendry Morales. August 29th of last year against the Oakland A's. Feasting on athletics pitching.
And getting back to this, that sound off the bat for Kendry Morales. Different than most hitters. It has that special sound of squaring up the baseball, whether it's out of the ballpark or just on the line.
Here's Napoli. Takes inside. Actually got him. And grazing Mike. He'll take his base. And Brandon Wood will get an opportunity now.
You can hear that special sound off the bat. Kenny Morales. And the impressive thing, one to right center field and one to left center field.
One ball, one strike. Brandon 1 for 3. RBI single in the 5th inning. Couple of strikeouts. He swings and he skies with a towering shot to left field. Franzen will be tagging from third base. Mike Napoli trying to go to third base. The relay is in time. Wood ends up at second base. It's 12-3 Angels.
More likely to be a sacrifice fly for Brandon Wood RBI. E on Jack Cust in left field. Cust was in position to make that routine play, but took his eye off the baseball as it was going towards his glove. It hits his glove and goes to the ground.
There's Eric Ibar, who swings through the first pitch. It should be a sacrifice fly. Credit Brandon Wood with an RBI. The putout of Mike Napoli, the traditional 7-4-5. Ibar's 0 for 3. He had a sac bunt also in the 5th. It is a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Brandon. Cust getting charged with an error. Ibar fouling this one off the left. That's the guy that was supposed to start for the Oakland A's tonight, Justin Ducci. Left hip strain. Kept him out on the disabled list. Activated. Couldn't make the start. Tyson Ross did instead. 1-2 with the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's why you're seeing Chad Godin still in this game, even though he's given up a number of runs. The bullpen, with 3 guys already being used today, day game tomorrow, the bullpen will be completely taxed if Javier keeps going down to that bullpen.
And it's a full count. We're just in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Angels have scored at least 1 run over the last 4 innings. A 12-3 lead. Chad Godin's the 3rd pitcher in this game for Bob Guerin. It's still no action out there. Godin, who's been a starter throughout his career, has thrown now 66 pitches. His Ibar swings and skies one out to deep right. This one's got a chance. Sweeney going back at the track and makes the basket catch for out number 3. But the Angels get 4 more runs, 2 of which came off the bat of Kendra Morales, his 2nd home run of the game. Through 7, it's all Angels. They're up 12-3. A 2-homer game, 12-3 Angels here at the top of the 8th inning. New defense for the Halos. Reggie Willits takes over in center for Torrey Hunter. Michael Ryan takes over in left field, and shifting from left to right field will be Juan Rivera. Also a new pitcher on the mound, and Bobby Cazaval takes over for Trevor Bell. Bell going 1 inning, giving up 2 hits, the rest zeros.
Cazaval guy relies on sink on the fastball, 88 to 91 miles an hour. That slider. That's 6 punch outs in 6 1/3 innings pitched so far this season.
Facing Adam Rosales, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Cazaval pitched on the 11th against the Rays, went 2 innings, gave up a hit and an earned run, but he struck out 3. In his second stint with the Angels this year, a guy who was the Rule 5 pick of the Oakland A's during the offseason with the spring training with them, was not going to make their ball club. Wasn't going to be one of their 9 relievers, and so they offered him back to the Angels. The Angels happily took him back. Here's the 0-2. Foul. Now we got a piece of Napoli.
Who's he going to give, like Napoli, a little bit of time walking that baseball out to Bobby Cazaval?
And by the looks of it, it may have gotten him on the bare hand. Underneath the leg, nothing you can do.
Underneath the leg, and then it deflected off his leg and hit his hand, which was behind his back.
Good breaking pitch as Rosales goes down swinging for out number 1.
Cazaval has shown a pretty sharp slider in the last couple outings. 84 miles an hour. Good spot when you're ahead of the count like that.
Eric Patterson, the center fielder, steps in. He's 1 for 3. Had a home run off Irvin Santana in the 3rd. Has struck out the other 2 times. A season high in runs for the Angels. 1 hit shy of tying a season high in hits. They had 15 hits against the Cleveland Indians back on April the 26th. And more importantly, in a position to make it 2 in a row over Oakland, as we talked about before the game yesterday. We got 5 games. We've talked about the 6 games only within the division going into last night's contest. That if you're going to start taking care of business, you better start taking care of business within the division. You've got 5 games, 3 against Oakland, 2 against Texas. Pretty good start last night with Joe Saunders, a CG, and a shutout. Another great performance tonight. Irvin not as dominant, but the offense comes around and provides him some support.
And get some hits with runners in scoring position, which has been a difficult task so far this season for the Angels. But the offense coming together, better balance. I like the lineup change that Mike Scioscia has implemented these last couple days.
Howie Kendrick moving up in the order to the 2 spot, with everyone else shifting down 1. As Patterson fouls one off his foot.
He was 7 for 14 with runners in scoring position today. Doing the little things. With Howie hitting that number 2 spot, you can see him, especially when Eric Ibar gets on base more consistently, inside out swing, going hit and run, hit the ball to right field. Do so many more things. Plus, you got that right-left combination with Bobby Rayo hitting number 3 spot, and then Torrey number 4.
Full count now on Patterson. The matchup on Monday and Tuesday in Texas, as Derek Holland, the young left-hander, going up against Scott Kazmir on Monday night. C.J. Wilson and Jared Weaver locking horns on Tuesday. Morales plays it on the short hop. Takes it himself, 2 outs.
Yeah, that was not an easy play for Kendra either. In situations with a high chopper, Patterson runs well. Deflects off his glove. That's going to be an infield hit. Makes the play. What a game Kendry is having. We're here, a chopper right in front of the plate area. Tough little hop, but Kendry makes it look easy.
So 2 outs for Cazaval. Brings up Landon Powell, the catcher. A 3-hit night. Second career 3-hit night for Landon Powell. This one off the end of the bat, and Eric Eyeball had a play behind the bag. He's out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th, and it's all Angels, 12-3.
Baseball is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now, Jack in the Box is offering a variety of menu items and letting people choose any 3 for only $3 plus tax. By Toyota. Get a great deal on Toyota's full line of hybrid and fuel-efficient vehicles at your Toyota dealer today. And by 76 Gasoline. We're on the driver's side.
12-3 Angels lead it here in the bottom of the 8th inning at the Big A. Got a host of changes for the Oakland A's. Gabe Gross, former quarterback at Auburn, takes over in right field. Rajay Davis is now in center field for Eric Patterson. Jake Fox is the new third baseman. He takes over for Kevin Koosman off. And Josh Donaldson is the new catcher, taking over for Landon Powell. New pitcher on the mound, it's Craig Breslow. The left-hander takes over for Chad Godin. A tough go for Chad Godin in this with 2 2/3 innings, giving up 6 runs. Didn't have much of a choice. So take a look at the numbers for Breslow.
Had to give them outside of that bullpen, especially when you're taxed and your starter's unable to go out and even throw a pitch to start the game.
Howie Kendrick in this one is 1 for 4. Had an RBI single and a run scored in the 5th. Breaks his bat, loops one over to second. Eric Patterson, who was the center fielder, now playing second base for Adam Gonzalez, makes the catch. There's out number 1. Tomorrow afternoon, 12:30. The start time here, the third and final game. The Angels will be hoping and looking for the sweep as Reggie Willits pinch hits here. Pardon me, he was a defensive replacement for Torrey Hunter in the top of the inning.
The key has been the starting pitching. If they can come up there and throw some zeros early and let this attack start going again, the offense has been very good as it continues with Reggie.
That'll bring up Michael Ryan. Five games for Ryan this year, 2 for 8. Equates to a .250 batting average. Ryan doesn't get cheated when he takes his hacks up there. Had a very good spring training. One of the last guys to be sent down. Pennsylvania native. That one is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. It can't be all bad.
Pittsburgh area, though. He's a Penguin fan.
Though?
Well, I want to mention he's not from the Philadelphia area. Penguin fan, not a Flyer fan.
Pittsburgh, though. I'm looking forward to talking with Michael tomorrow. Brian
I already did. I already gave him some grief about his Penguins blowing that lead against the Montreal Canadiens in hockey.
1-2, little fly ball out to left field. Jack Cuss makes this catch. There's out number 2. Angel fans, help send your favorite Angels to this year's All-Star game by voting up to 25 times at angelsbaseball.com. You can do it at angelsbaseball.com or MLB.com. And it's time now to vote for your favorite Halos. Vote early, vote often, vote Angels. Vote today at angelsbaseball.com. Here's Kendra Morales. Swings and lines it down the left field line. It is hooking and it is foul. Going back to that Michael Ryan fly ball. It was caught by Jack Cuss. Makes the catch and there's a nice round of applause out in the left field corner.
He knows he's up here to swing hard and often in the baseball. He's not worried about the defensive side of it.
Thank you very much. How I love thee. Let me count the ways. As Morales swings through that one.
Speaking of the hockey theme, I think Kenny was going for a hat trick with 3 home runs trying to on that swing.
Goes down swinging. There's out number 3. We head to the 9th with the Angels leading the A's 12-3. Ross along with Mark Gubicek. Glad you could join us here for Angels baseball. It's been a nice night, especially the way things started. 11 up, 11 down. Retired by Tyson Ross, the starter, spot starter for the Oakland Athletics, and all of a sudden an infield single by Bobby Abreu, the base hit by Torrey Hunter, the 3-run home run by Kendra Morales, and it's been all Angels since that 4th inning. As Rajay Davis takes outside for ball 1. Halos with 3 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th. Davis comebacker up the middle, and this is in the center field with a leadoff base hit for Oakland. Bring up the first baseman, Derek Barton. Bobby Kazabal working his second inning.
You look at this game, though, the offense. The Angels, even the bottom half of the lineup coming through tonight for Mike Scioscia. Of course, Kenny Morales with the 3-run homer and a 2-run homer, but the bottom part of the lineup is very effective for him tonight.
Barton takes a strike.
Mike Napa hit number 8. Juan Rivera hit number 7. And Wood did a nice job in the number 9 spot.
Rivera 2-hit game. Napoli 2-hit game. Brandon Wood a 2 RBI game. But the biggest game of all, Kendry Morales, 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in. Barton out to left field. Long run over for Michael Ryan. He's there. One away. Davis remains at first base. El Cubano going the opposite way and deciding to pull one out to right center.
Some solid plays defensively, too, at first base. All around great game.
Here's Gabe Gross. Took over in right field for Ryan Sweeney. Gross a .241 average as that pitch is down and in. 4 runs batted in. Got the start last night. Right field went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Missing away, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 41,744 here at the Big A. Many have departed with the 12-3 lead here in the 9th. High chopper. Howie Kendrick's only play is going to be to first base. Can't get the ball out of his glove. Infield single for Gross.
That's a situation, if you can't get a grip on the baseball, there's no sense of throwing it because then you can throw that right in the dugout. Right? Just hold on to it as a chopper right off the plate. There's not a whole lot you can do in that situation.
Brings up Jake Fox. Fox a .215 average, big swing and a miss. He has 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. He was out in left field last night, went 0 for 4. Trevor Cahill tomorrow against Yoel Pinheiro in the finale of this 3-game set. You wonder whether or not the A's will make another move. Dukeshire perhaps going back on the disabled list. You can't bring back a designated player. They designated Edward Ramirez to bring up Jack Cust. Swing and a miss.
I think you can.
I know if you option a player down, they've got to be down in the minor leagues for at least 10 days unless there's an injury. So if Ramirez had been optioned down, Dukeshire goes back on the DL, you can recall him immediately. You don't have to wait the 10 days. Jake Fox takes outside. It's a full count. That's when you realize, not necessarily general managers, they got to know all the rules, but the assistant GMs and all the rules, especially the options. Fox fouls that one at the plate. It's convoluted.
Especially when you have situations like this in which your starting pitcher may not be able to come back even in 5 days down the road, especially he's already had a past history of had that same injury.
On the ground towards short. Could be 2 to end the ball game. It is. 6-4-3 goes the double play. And for the second consecutive night, you can light that baby up outside. A 12-3 victory for the Angels over the Oakland A's. A series win. And it sets up the potential sweep tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 as the Angels go for it. Getting the job done against the American League West opponents.
Well, it was all about the offense led by Kendall Morales. A 3-run homer and a 2-run home run. Bobby Abreu, a solid game. The bottom of the lineup, 7, 8, 9 responding. Matsui hit the ball the other way for a double. All-around effort. 12 runs, 15 hits for the offense. The job that Mike Scioscia has done, the chance he took to maybe mess around with that lineup, change it around, put Howie at number 2 slot, put Matsui down to number 6, has responded well. Of course, Urban Santana threw another exceptional game. The starting rotation since the month of May came around is starting to pitch the way everyone expected, including Mike Scioscia, Mike Butcher, attacking the strike zone. Urban with 6 strikeouts in his 6 innings pitch gets another victory, his 11th of his career against the Oakland A's, which is a big victory for the club now. Pick up a game on Texas. It is early, but it's also about getting the confidence going.
Urban Santana picks up his first win since April the 18th. 12-3 Angels win it. Let's go down to Sean Farnham, who's with Mike Napoli.
Another great performance overall by the Halos tonight. You guys came out the last 2 nights. You've been scoring in bunches. You went through the first time through the order, really struggled. Then you guys woke up.
Yeah, we came out here and just put good approaches up there and, swing the bats well and got it done.
We'll talk about Kendrick Morales in just a second, but the bottom half of the lineup, 7, 8, and 9, really came through. 5 hits from you guys. Brandon Wood hit the ball well tonight as well. The contributions from that portion of the lineup has to be there to help those guys up top.
Yeah, we got to get it done. We're coming out here and working hard every day in the cages and BP, and good night for us.
Joe Saunders looked so good last night. Santana kind of mirror image tonight as far as getting first strikes over. How important is that for his success?
That's huge. I mean, once he gets a strike over, he can throw anything at any time. And, hats off to him. He kept us in the game, and, we got to win tonight.
It'd be kind of nice to get a sweep over the A's, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we're going to come out here, work hard, and try to get another win.
All right, congratulations on the win. A season high for runs for the Halos tonight as they take Game 2 of this 3-game set against the Oakland Athletics. A 60-second